Our second topic, which borders on Obi being referred to as the Ohanaeze, describing Peter Obi as a national project. The National Publicity Secretary of the organization, Alex Ogbonaya, said, and I quote, "We are still insisting on Igbo presidency. We, the Igbo, are so happy. We brought out our goods in the market and Nigerians brought them. What else do you expect us to do? We are happy. All Igbo are happy." So based on what the group says, would you exactly describe Peter Obi as a national project or an Igbo project?
Oh, it's neither an Igbo project nor a national project in my view. It's just a politician seeking to become the president of his country. It's a politician that a lot of our young people appear to be comfortable with him. They think that he's more decent than many of the politicians that they see around, and many of the politicians that have been privileged to run our country, to run our states. So they believe in him. A lot of young people believe in him. A lot of people want change, who think that Nigeria is ripe for change, believe in Peter Obi. They just think that he's a more decent person um, than others. That's the way they see him. They don't see him as greedy. They don't see him as someone who get into office and begin to amass wealth. This is their understanding of who Obi is. Whether he has capacity to deliver across the board, to solve our major problems, including security, the need to improve our security, the need to reflate our economy, whether it can solve such those problems, we can only know in the fullness of time. But the people who are supporting him, they see him more or less like a Puritan, someone who will not steal our money, and the bulk of their support is for this reason. It's for this reason. If you ask them, this is what they will tell you. Oh, this person is decent. We think it's a big departure from the kind of politicians that we have had over the years. And to a large extent, he is spreading his tentacles in the states of the South, South, Southeast, and some parts of the Southwest, especially Lagos. He's spreading his tentacles, getting more and more support. But the truth is, in the North Central, in the Northwest, in the Northeast, he is not doing well as much as we can see him spreading his message in the Southwest, for example. So before Obi will become someone that commands national acclaim, someone that can win an election across our country, he has a lot more work to do beyond the areas where he's already strong. And I've talked about those areas already: South, Southeast, and to an extent, Lagos State. So I don't see him as a national project. What the Ohanaeze leader is saying the public secretary is saying is, look, initially he came across as the candidate of the Igbos, but today he's been accepted by other people who are not Igbos, which means he has become a national project. That is because he now sees him as someone who is no longer a candidate that you can describe as a candidate of the Igbos. He sees him as a national project. But it takes a lot more to be a national project. This is my own view. I see him for who he is. He's a candidate who wants to win, but it's not a national project yet. I think that in the fullness of time, it will be clear to Nigerians who is likely to win this election. It's still early days.
Yeah.
But as I've said earlier, Peter Obi has to work harder in the north, because even in some states of the far north, Peter Obi is literally non-existent. And I just returned from Kasida, Kano, about 1.5 weeks ago. So I know what I'm talking about. And I'm going back next week. So I will be able to assess the level of his acceptance in some parts of the north. But fair enough, he's doing well in many states of the south. And that should really give some of his rivals some concern, because they too want to win in the states of the south. But with a strong candidate like Peter Obi doing very well in the southeast, doing well in the south-south, and gaining some traction, especially in Lagos State, in the southwest, that should be that should stir some concern among his rivals.